Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite dishes. It's also one of my most popular dishes. All of my friends love this dish. They all ask me, can you make it? And I'm kind of amazed because it is one of the simplest dishes I make. Today we're going to make a Central Asian pilaf. Now, Central Asian pilafs are going to require very basic things. We're going to need onions, carrots. I have about one large carrot. I use baby carrots because that's what I have, but it's about one large carrot worth and one large onion worth. We're going to need some rice, 2 cups of rice with 3 cups of water. I have tumeric, which will make things yellow. I have some cumin, freshly ground up. And then I'm going to add some raisins and some cranberries. On top I might add some almonds, or maybe hazelnuts if I have them. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to need some butter, because we're going to want to coat these vegetables in a layer of oil. So I'm going to take out my butter, and I think that maybe about 2 tablespoons worth is enough. I'm going to put it in a pan and let it melt. I'm also going to add a little bit of saffron. Now, the great thing about these is that nothing is really critical in measurement. Maybe the oil and the salt that we add are critical. The water and the rice need to be in exact balance. But if you add 3 times as much carrot, nothing will happen. Nothing wrong will happen. If you add half as much onion, it will still turn out. If you dumped this entire thing of turmeric in, everything in your house would turn yellow, but it would still taste fine. Same thing with the cumin, same thing with the raisins and the cranberries. If you added too much saffron, maybe you would go poor, but pretty much everything can be added in whatever ratio you want. You can add other fruit to this. You could add any other dried fruit, pomegranates, or you can add apples. My butter is pretty much melted. I'm ready to add things. Now, I use butter because I like the nuttiness and the rich creaminess that it adds to the dish, but you can use vegetable oil or some sort of lard. You can use a beef fat or something to get a flavor that you want. Now, I'm making this vegetarian because I want a side dish, but in Central Asia this is often served with slices of beef or mutton in it, steamed into it, and then it becomes more of a main dish. Now, we don't actually have to cook these because we're going to steam them. What we want to do is we just want to absorb the oil into the vegetables so that the butter doesn't pool at the bottom of our steamer, or at the top of our steamer rather. So we just need to stir this around, and then we're ready to go. Now, I'm using a rice cooker. You can steam this on the tabletop if you want, but here we have just about all of the butter has been absorbed, coating these vegetables. Now we can add our spices. We can add our cumin, and I've just added a lot of it. And we can add our turmeric. Now, turmeric has wonderful antibacterial properties. It also is a rich dye. It's used in the clothing industry, and it has a mild flavor. And this is going to turn this entire dish golden brown. So, now that it's all in there, I'm going to do the most complicated cooking step I've ever done on my show. I'm just going to dump this into the rice cooker. Dump the whole thing. And then I'm going to add the other things I want. I'm going to add some raisins. And you can tell I'm measuring really carefully. I'm going to add some dried cranberries. Pomegranates would be better, but they're not in season right now. Again, measured really carefully. Then I'm going to stir. Try and get everything mixed up. If you want to do this on the stove top, it's probably best to have your vegetables on the bottom. But in a rice cooker, it doesn't really matter because of the convection that's going to take place. And then last, we're going to really shell some money out. We're going to put some saffron into the top. and we're gonna try not to lose any of it because it's expensive. Alright. Now again, very, very complicated. We put it in the rice cooker. We shut the rice cooker. We have our rice cooker set for mixed rice. We hit cook. Really complicated. When it comes out, I'm going to add some almonds and then straight to the table side. Alright, this is just sounded telling me that it's done, so we're going to open it up. Some steam comes out, and look, it's all ready. Now we're going to add some almonds to the top of it, and then we can take it to the table. Just this easy. Put a serving spoon in it, and we are ready to go.